Guys, beavers are really cute, I think. They saved the desert. I don't know, I just wanna watch this.
America's wetlands
Watch
are
it with
vanishing
me.
fast. Since the 1780s, the country has lost over half of its wetland ecosystems. The Mississippi and Colorado River
Nature is
valleys
so
have been hit especially
pretty.
hard, where the damage threatens not just nature, but people.
Wow.
And yet, nature may have found a solution.
Beavers! They
One
are so
humble,
cute.
often misunderstood creature, long dismissed as a pest, has turned out to be the key to bringing
Wait, they
it all
kind of
back.
look like capybaras. Are they
Beavers
capybaras?
are getting dropped from planes with parachutes.
Whoa.
Why is this so? What about the world's largest beaver dam,
Wait, they just dropped them? Like, is that safe?
visible from space? This is the
Can they drop a human like that too? If they drop me, will I survive?
story of a remarkable
I think they're
animal that
tougher
can
than
restore
me.
wetlands and turn desert into
So
thriving oases.
cute. Wow. How the heck? How?
Beavers have
I don't know what beavers do actually.
inhabited North America for over 7
They're just like a brown ball.
million years, and until quite recently,
Wow.
they were everywhere. Before European colonization,
Beavers.
their population was estimated at anywhere from 60 to 400 million.
400
But by the late
million? Wait,
1800s,
what? 60? Why is the range so
Relentless
big?
trapping for their fur had pushed them to the edge of extinction. Fewer than 100,000 remained.
Aw,
By the mid-20th century, beavers were no longer considered valuable.
what, is that their hair?
They were blamed for flooding farmland, blocking irrigation systems, and
What?
damaging property.
Poor things.
Hunters and landowners
They really like to dig.
saw them as pests to be eliminated. In
I
many
guess they're
states,
pests
they
in
were
those
systematically
situations.
targeted, their dams torn down,
Their
habitats drained.
That's so sad.
There were also some truly unusual attempts to deal with them.
Wait, is that their feet? Wait, what? Why is it so big? Maybe
But
it's
in the
not.
late 1940s, officials in Idaho devised a bold plan to reintroduce beavers into remote wilderness. Using surplus World War II gear, the animals
World
were
War
loaded
II
into
gear?
specially designed wooden crates and parachuted
Oh wow,
from
they're actually
airplanes.
pretty big.
The first to take part in the experiment was a beaver named Geronimo. He made several
Geronimo.
jumps and survived.
Geronimo.
The operation continued for
Aw.
several years, and it worked. But from an ethical perspective, the method remains highly questionable. As it turns out, removing a species that helped shape an entire continent for millions of years comes at a cost. By the early
Right.
1980s, Elko
Of
County,
course.
Nevada was running dry, literally.
Of course.
Streams were fading, wetlands
Of
vanishing,
course.
and the once lush valleys
This is why you don't take them from their natural habitats. So sad.
of the Great Basin were unraveling into brittle dust. By the
That's so
1990s, the
sad.
crisis had deepened.
Poor beavers.
Groundwater dropped. Wildlife disappeared.
Aww.
Ranchers watched as their pastures turned brown, and livelihoods slipped away.
Beavers. So sad.
Then came a radical idea. Carol Evans, a fisheries biologist with the Bureau of Land Management, offered
Ooh.
a solution most people in the room laughed at. Bring back the beavers.
Hmm.
To many, it sounded absurd. Beavers were
She's
seen
a
as
genius.
pests, culvert clogging, tree-chewing nuisances. But Evans wasn't joking.
Nuisance.
She argued that beavers, once native to the
They're only a nuisance to us, but they belong there already.
region, had engineered
Why are
entire
we chasing them
ecosystems simply by
away?
doing what they do
That's
best,
their home.
building
Get detailed feedback
Ah.
on your story with Pro Writing Aid.
I don't want to
Receive
write.
actionable insights on your plot.
Skip.
dams. After enough pushback, the
Poor
plan moved
beavers.
forward. In
They're
1995,
so
the
cute.
first beavers
So
were
Big
reintroduced.
and fat.
That's when things started to shift.
So chunky.
Where beavers built, water stayed. Their dams
Aw.
created ponds which rehydrated the soil and fed groundwater reserves. Streams that had run dry began flowing
Wow.
year-round. The transformation was so striking, it began drawing the attention of scientists from far beyond
Wow.
Nevada. Researchers documented a 300% increase in bird diversity. Amphibians like spotted frogs and western
Aw,
toads, once
froggy.
thought locally extinct, returned in surprising numbers. Even large
Do they
mammals,
just
mule
dig
deer,
underground?
and pronghorn antelope began using the new wet corridors for migration and shelter.
It
The
actually
entire
changed a lot.
ecosystem was
It's
reshaping
green
itself
now.
around the work of beavers. The success in Elko didn't go unnoticed.
Oh,
It
thanks to
sparked a wave of
beavers.
interest among scientists, ecologists, and local communities, all eager to find out whether beavers, through their dam building, could help restore other damaged landscapes just as effectively.
They are like
Why do beavers
Doctor
build dams in the first place?
nature's doctor for dry lands.
While beavers can move across land, they only feel truly safe and confident in water.
Oh.
On land, their
I didn't know they are swimmers.
clumsy build makes them easy targets for
Yeah.
predators.
They look so fat and round, so I thought they would like, I don't know, roll around in the ground. I didn't
But
think they
in
would
water,
swim.
They're unmatched
That's so
agile swimmers,
cute.
nearly waterproof, and capable of holding their breath
Waterproof.
for up to 15 minutes.
I can't even hold my breath for 1 minute.
Protect themselves and their young, they need depth.
Wow.
At least 2 to 3 feet of water to hide lodge entrances underwater
Wow.
and slip away unnoticed if danger approaches.
They build like an underwater cave.
When choosing a site, beavers are drawn to the sound of running water as it signals the presence of a stream.
Right.
They look for a spot with a gentle slope, steady flow, and a soft, muddy bottom.
Wow.
Trees
Very
nearby are a
strategic.
must. Using their powerful incisors,
Oh, so
beavers
cute.
fell trunks,
Little
strip bark,
hands.
cut logs into manageable pieces, and drag them to the build site.
Oh.
Construction begins with large branches and logs laid across the flow. Then come layers of mud, moss, stones,
They're so
and smaller
smart,
sticks,
actually.
all carefully packed into place.
They're
The dam
so
is
cute with
typically
the little
curved,
hands.
which helps distribute water pressure. Once the dam is complete and the water has reached a safe depth, beavers can begin to reproduce.
Feed.
Now back to the benefits of beaver dams, this time for people. After one of the most devastating wildfires in Colorado's history,
Oh wow.
an unexpected discovery raised a new question. Could beavers actually
The whole
help stop
forest.
wildfires? In 2020, the East Troublesome Fire scorched nearly 200,000 acres.
Wow.
But scattered throughout
That's
the
so
charred
bad.
landscape were pockets of untouched green. Eco-hydrologist Emily
Untouched
Fairfax
greens.
noticed something peculiar.
Oh, is
Many
it the
of those
beavers'
surviving
home?
areas had one thing in common.
Beavers.
Her research revealed that
Beavers.
beaver dams
Wow.
naturally slow water, raise the water table, and saturate surrounding vegetation, making the land less flammable.
Wow.
In valleys with active
that's
beaver
amazing.
colonies, burn severity ranged from moderate
Beavers will survive another Big Bang.
to unburned. In contrast, similar areas without beaver activity burned severely. Satellite images and
Right.
on-the-ground
Beavers
photos
make
show the
everything
difference clearly.
wet.
Blackened hillsides
Moist.
give way to lush, wet zones where beavers had been at work. NASA joined the research as well.
NASA.
Satellite imagery from the Landsat program revealed stark
Oh.
contrasts between beaver-managed watersheds and the surrounding terrain.
Mm.
In areas where beavers had been reintroduced, the land appeared noticeably greener,
Beavers is so
while
magical.
neighboring regions remained pale and parched.
Yeah, it's so green.
Floods often follow wildfires and droughts, and I'm guessing it won't surprise you to hear that beavers play a key role here too.
Wait, what?
The Snoqualmie River begins high in Washington's Cascade Mountains. For centuries, it was fed by slowly melting alpine snow. But now,
Alpine snow.
as winters grow warmer, snow turns to rain fast, heavy,
Right.
and unpredictable.
Oh.
Instead of a gradual melt, massive floods crash down into
No
the valley
wonder.
below, turning farmland into temporary
Wow,
lakes
that's
and
really
pushing
scary.
local communities to the brink. But there may be an unexpected ally,
Oh,
the beaver.
so cute.
Beaver dams slow down rushing water, allowing it to seep into the ground instead of surging downstream.
Oh.
During floods, that means less water
That's really
overflowing onto
cool.
farmland. And during dry months, it means stored moisture continues to nourish the land.
Wow.
And these
They're
aren't
so
just
useful.
small interventions. Beavers have their own megastructures. The largest known beaver dam in Alberta's Wood Buffalo National Park stretches over 850 meters and has
Whoa.
created a lake nearly 70,000 square meters in size.
So beavers can make a big lake.
This is visible from satellite imagery. A 2022 study estimated that if enough beaver dams were restored along the Snoqualmie, they could hold back the equivalent of over 6,000 Olympic swimming pools of water.
Wow.
That's not a small buffer. That's
That's a lot.
game-changing water storage. For years, beaver dams were seen as a problem for salmon. Many biologists
Salmon?
viewed them as blockages, barriers that choked streams and kept fish from reaching their spawning
Oh.
grounds. In
Is that
2009,
true though?
efforts were even made to remove beavers from 10 river systems on Prince Edward
What
Island
the
to create
heck?
beaver-free zones for Atlantic
Poor
salmon.
beavers.
But science tells a different story.
Like, just let nature play its parts. Why do they keep taking away the animals from their natural habitat? That's so sad.
In a 2016 study, researchers observed salmon successfully crossing more than 200 beaver dams in Oregon on their way upstream.
Ooh,
Not
they
only were the
crossed
fish
it.
not blocked, they were thriving.
Ooh.
In Washington's Stillaguamish
People were
watershed,
mistaken.
coho salmon once thrived. Each winter, the system supported up to 7.1 million juveniles.
Are these
But
salmon?
by the early
They look so
2000s,
different.
that number fell to less than 1 million remained. An 86% decline tied directly to habitat loss.
Oh, wow.
The culprit wasn't just pollution or overfishing. It was the disappearance of wetlands and side channels, the exact environments beaver dams create. While beavers were once blamed for blocking salmon
So
runs,
cute.
evidence
How
now
can they
shows the
blame this
opposite.
poor thing?
Their ponds are nurseries, and bringing beavers back might be one of the simplest ways to help salmon return too.
Wait, they only care about them when it benefits humans. What the heck?
For decades, beavers were trapped, poisoned, and pushed to the margins,
Oh,
dismissed
I'm so
as pests
sad.
rather than seen as the ecosystem engineers they truly are.
I feel so bad
And
for
yet,
them.
they quietly reshaped landscapes, slowed floods, survived wildfires, and helped bring life back to places like Elko County. They created wetlands, restored streams, and even softened the impacts of drought and fire, all by doing what they've always done. Now, as of 2025, that perception is
Why do
starting to
people
shift.
do that?
State agencies, conservation
Oh, their
groups,
feet.
and even ranchers are beginning to recognize the value of letting beavers do what
Their
they
eyes
do
are so
best.
cute too.
After
Just like
centuries
a
of
round black
conflict,
dot.
the tide may finally be turning,
I want
and the
one.
beavers, it seems, are finally getting a
So
second chance.
cute. I hope humans don't randomly yank animals out of their habitats. We are the ones who invaded their world. It's like if someone just yanked you out of your house, you just be like, what the fuck? I live there. What did I do? This is so common sense. It's shocking that we keep messing with the natural ecosystems. Then we panic when it backfires. Exactly. That's so unfair. Can't we just live in peace with all the animals in the world? I mean, not spiders though. As long as they don't touch me, I won't touch spiders. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys liked watching the cute beavers. Watch me on Twitch. Bye bye.